Hey there, are you craving clarity? Not just in your mind, but in your whole being. Negative thoughts could be looping, and speaking your truth might feel too scary. It's definitely time to reunite the parts of yourself that are out of harmony with each other. In this video, we will explore how Gemini season helps you balance overthinking with inner truth. We will do it by using the breath to calm the noise and bring your mind into harmony with your heart. Hi, I'm April, and this is Zodiac Sophia, where we explore solar alchemy, true sky astrology, seasonal rhythms, and sacred self-awareness. If you're a sensitive soul or a seeker of cosmic truth, welcome. So, according to the current astronomical sky, also called the true sky of astrology, we've now entered the season of Gemini. It goes from June 20th to July 20th, and this marks the beginning of the summer solstice. Happy solstice. Here is when the sun stands still and a new cycle of light begins. So this cosmic law at play is the season of polarity. The understanding that everything in creation holds two poles, light and dark, inhalation and exhalation, masculine and feminine, and the mother and the father. While our physical, biological bodies express as one polarity, male or female, our internal energies move as both the masculine and feminine principles. So our right side is the electric transmitter, the active masculine force, and our left side is the magnetic receiver, the passive feminine force. This exists in everything in nature. So, the physiological aspects, though, of Gemini is the lungs, the trachea, oxygenation of the blood, the arms, hands, shoulders. These are all extensions of how we connect through giving and receiving and breathing life into the world. So in nature, we can see this when the sprout divides into leaf and bud, just as our thoughts branch into many possibilities. The archetype of Gemini, though, is clever, imaginative, and versatile. It is also the collector and connector of ideas. And Gemini breathes and explores with curiosity. So the guiding principle for Gemini is I think. It's commonly known as the twins, and the glyph for Gemini represents this inherent dualism in the sign. We have two upright columns. One is black, representing earthly knowledge via the intellect, and the other is white, which leads to the spirit of truth through pure thinking and the higher mind, which is the Christ mind. So Rudolf Steiner spoke of the soul forces of thinking, feeling, and willing. And Gemini, with its airy quality, it awakens our thinking, and it stirs our inner soul to stretch outward and to join in with the world's soul. Just like the plant reaches toward the sun, we can feel the joy of participating in the world through sensory perceptions. They're streaming at us from the outer world, and these become our feelings and emotions. And then we find balance through clarity and focus to synthesize the mental and spiritual aspects of our being. And this is the evolutionary path of Gemini. Here, solar alchemy is about bringing harmony between cognition and compassion to reconnect us to our higher heart and our higher mind. So let me take you through a recap. of the zodiacal season and the seasonal journey from Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. These three shape the personality and the conscious mind. Aries sparks the thought, Taurus grounds it in the body, and Gemini breathes it into words. Communication. So here we have Aries, we plant the seed. In Taurus, the seed finds fertile soil and takes root. And with Aries Gemini, now the plant reaches upward, outward, and begins to multiply into leaves and branches like antennas to receive messages from the air and the sun. Here, photosynthesis begins. It's a conversation with light. The plant is breathing, exchanging information with the sun. It's a beautiful process. And this is what Gemini does. It teaches us how to breathe, how to move, and how to connect through vibration. So photosynthesis is the plant's sacred alchemy of catching light and converting it into life. Just as Gemini catches ideas and turns them into language, insight, and connection. So Gemini is governed by the cosmic messenger Mercury, and even our body language communicates through subtle, very subtle gestures before we speak. It could be with a raised eyebrow or a smile or a frown. All of these things are communicating with the other. So how do we work with this solar alchemy? Solar alchemy always starts with the sun. To harness the power of sunlight for transformation, we need at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes. That is the minimum daily. But if you can't, then start with at least 5 or 10. Maybe 10 in the morning and 10 at night before sunset. During sunrise and sunset hours, you see, even just for 5 minutes, put your bare feet on the ground and breathe. Connect to the earth. Connect to the sun. You can utilize this sacred window of time to breathe with the earth and the sun together. You can try alternate nostril breathing. For example, it brings balance to the left and right hemispheres of the brain. And how we do that is we take our thumb on this nostril and our middle finger on this nostril. But first open, take a deep breath. And release. Breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And release. And repeat. If you would like some more professional help with it, then you can look up Nadi Shodan on YouTube. But I hope you got that from me there. But it does help bring balance. It truly does. And also another important exercise would be like toning, humming, singing. These bring healing to the vagus nerve as well. The vagus nerve is the main highway between your brain, your heart, your lungs, and your gut. This is the body's safety communication channel. When you hum or tone or sing, you gently stimulate this nerve through vibration, and you send a message of safety into the body, just like our mama would hum to us when we were a baby. This sends a message of safety through your entire system. You regulate your heart rate and your breathing, and you bring coherence between your mind and body. You soften the tension in the throat chakra, and you create space for soulful expression. So these simple sounds remind your body that it is safe to feel, safe to be, safe to speak. All of these things. It's really a vibration of safety. Also, though, Gemini loves fun and peculiarity. So, a great thing to try is ambidextrous journaling. Here you write a question with your dominant hand and then let your non-dominant hand answer and see what insight your other side holds. And lastly, simply observing how you communicate. Are you listening as much as you are speaking? And are you reacting or responding? So Gemini, the wise twin of the air, invites us to transmute mental noise into clarity and to reconnect our thoughts to our heart's wisdom. So the mission now here is to observe and step into sacred witness and to breathe before we speak. When we stand in harmony with love and compassion, we shift the energy inside and around us, and we transform both our thoughts and the situation. The inner life and the outer life gets transformed. This is the polarity. This is polarity integration. And if you'd love to learn more about healing through polarity, then check out my video, Sensitive Soul Healing, Astrology for Inner Peace. It's about bringing balance to all polarity. So Gemini invites us to listen and to witness the other, and to know that truth lives somewhere in the space between. So here we are able to gracefully meet disagreement without being defensive, but with curiosity instead. We can lean in and learn and allow space for contradiction. This helps us learn the subtle art of not getting caught up in our own beliefs. And as Rudolf Steiner said, if I meet a man and blame him for his shortcomings, I rob myself the power to attain higher knowledge. But if I try to enter lovingly into his merits, I gather such power. So, to conclude the alchemical stage of Gemini, it carries the theme of fixation. It's a process of conflicts getting the chance to settle, to become clear, integrated, and embodied. The fixation process turns chaos into clarity. On an energetic level, your body is reorganizing patterns and clearing out what no longer serves by bringing in what does. That's the synthesis part. By blending opposites, integrating dualities, and creating something more wholesome. So Gemini teaches us stability and harmony through our awareness and our communications. And this stabilizes what once was volatile or scattered. Imagine your thoughts, emotions, all of these things finding stability and peace. When we begin to observe opposition and not reject or react, the inner polarities of masculine and feminine, mind and heart, intuition and intellect, this becomes a new foundation for truth. So let Gemini synthesize your inner opposites into wisdom. Okay, thank you so much for listening today. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. I wish you peace, health, and so much love. Happy solstice once again. Bye-bye.